Hello, I'm Anne, and I'm going to tell you my 3 tips how to take time and time measurements in processes. All my tips are based on lean management principles to help you succeed in your time measurement activities. First of all, think of the reasons why to measure. Is it because you want to reduce waste, or you maybe want to balance out activities in the process? Secondly, build a win-win situation to the measurement activities. Both the employee and the employer gets benefit from your development activities when you do it based on lean principles. In case the result of your measurement activities are drawn as value add times and waste times, you quite surely have measured the work and not the person. And again, if you have in your results drawn the length of the pauses and the breaks that people take, you most likely have measured the people instead of the processes and the work. Sometimes it might be quite difficult even to figure out that what to measure. The atmosphere in the workplace might be maybe a little bit rigid or stiff, and for that reason my tip is that then choose only one thing to measure. So if you have an 8-hour workday, just measure one waste or only one value add activity. In that way you take the focus out of the more, how to say, those things that cause conflicts, for example. The third thing would be when you measure, do it in a lean way yourself. So don't use too much time on it and don't make it too complex. In some cases, it might be enough that you do your measurement of time consumptions only based on interviews. People know their work quite well, and if they're open to talk about it, then you don't have to even take any measurements, but you can ask themselves what do they think that they spend their time on, and also that what activities need to be developed next. So based on the Pareto diagrams, you can choose the things that needs most attention to. Let's take an example of a company with sales activities. If we have a company which have salesmen visiting with customers, we might often say that our salesmen don't spend enough time with the customers. When we do time measurements among our sales activities, what we could do is that we measure the time only that our salesmen are spending with the customers. So then we can see the whole time spent, for example, during a week. After that, we can also make an interview among our salesmen to ask them what is the most waste causing activity that they do. And that could be then the next steps to make development activities in and improvements in. After making those improvements, and of course talking about them commonly together, then after making those improvements, we can then make the measurements again and see how much improvement have we actually made. So my 3 tips were that have a purpose for your measurements, make it a win-win situation, how you explain why you are measuring, and then also measure it in an easy way yourself, so don't make it too complex. I wish you nice measurements.